Hello there, Stampin' friends. Welcome to Movie Monday with Jody Breckbell, Stampin' Queen. Today's card is this awesome twist card. I found this on Pinterest, and I think this one is from Nola Stamper. I'm not sure of her first name, but she's in New Orleans, and she made this card. This is a direct case from her, but my WOW class in June was Fun Folds, and so this card just worked perfectly using our Bird Ballad Suite. So when you pull it open, it is going to twist into a long card. So isn't that cool? So cute. So let's go ahead and get started. We are using the Free as a Bird stamp set and the coordinating dies that go with it, which are the nesting labels. And if you guys have not gotten these, they are awesome. I highly encourage you to grab them quickly. So we're going to start off here by scoring our design or our cardstock. Oh, let me scoot down a little bit here. So we've got, I believe it's 10 1/4 by 4. Yep, and we need 2 pieces, and we're going to score them at 5 1/2. Okay, so now we have got a long side here because we are not exactly in the middle. So we've got a long side here and a short side here, and that's important for us when we continue on. So hold on one sec. Get that out of here. We're going to need my paper thing here in a minute. So what we're going to do, these 2 panels are actually going to lay on top of each other. So this is the bigger panel and the bigger panel here. And so you want to kind of do this layout so you know where you're going to put your score lines. So I'm going to come in at the top. Let me figure my thing out here. And okay, this is really a lot easier for you guys at home. I'm trying to work through my camera with a hat on and no glasses, so hang in there with me, y'all. All right, so I'm just going to measure. I just want to put a pencil mark at 4 inches. Just a little tiny pencil mark here. All right, and then I'm going to come into the bottom and I'm going to do a pencil mark here as well. So I'm going from, this is going to come from my score line, and no, I want to go this way, right? It doesn't really matter, I guess. It's just going to be 1 inch off. So if I do my 4 inch here, no, that's not right, is it? Because this is 4, I don't want a whole inch, I don't think. Anyway, I'm going to flip it over and go this way because that's making more sense to me. For some, yeah, it's not exactly 1 inch, so 4 inches, pencil mark there. Okay, so, and like I said, I hope that made sense to you guys. I'm keeping that big panel together, overlap, and I'm going to come in 4 inches here and 4 inches here and do 2 pencil marks. Now what I need to do is create a score line from my pencil mark down to my point. So let's see if I can do that here pretty quickly for you guys. Okay, so I've got my score line there, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I've got my score line to my point on this side. So basically what we need to do is make sure that these are being scored almost opposite each other, and I'll show you what it'll look like here once I get it done. Okay, all right, let's hope she did it correctly, kids. All right, so here's how it'll look. You've got a score line going up this way and one going up this way. So now what will happen is my paper is going to come and get folded in this way, and then this folds back. And you might have to use your bone folder and kind of really work with it and make sure that that it's bending to your will, right? That's kind of what we say. Make it work for you. So mine is not quite, I want it to actually meet and be even. So I'm just going to kind of work that fold in a little bit more there. I want that even down here on this side. Okay, then this piece will come in. We're actually going to attach them together. And that piece is going to get folded back there. So I'm hoping, does that seem like it's making sense to you guys? I sure hope so, because, you know, I'm going to keep on rolling. I got a little bit, my cardstock kind of broke a little bit there, but that's okay. So the next thing we're going to do, there's our card base. And I'm going to take a piece of designer series paper from the Bird Ballad Suite as well. And I want to cut that in half, point to point. So now I think, well, let me go ahead, and I don't think there's any reason why I can't go ahead and attach these together, because I think then that's going to make a little bit more sense to you. Now, I might suggest, if you guys at home are using Tombow or maybe Fast Fuse, oops, not yet, kids. You're a little too excited. To go ahead and use a heavy duty adhesive on here. Yep. All right, it's coming together. Just to make sure that it does stay put where you want it to go. So now I can take those designer series panels and I can go ahead and attach those guys. And that should fit my triangles right inside there. I do want to try and make sure that I'm lining them up correctly. Okay, then I've got a big white piece here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stamp my little birds on here. Now, I'm not going to go through the coloring. You guys can color at home with whatever medium you have. I use Stampin' Blends because I am so in love with them I can hardly stand it. But you could use watercolor pencils, you can use aqua painter, and just go to town on making these birds beautiful. Okay, so that's going to go in our middle. Okay, so on mine, you can see that I did color them in Pool Party. Okay, now what else do we want to stamp while I've got my ink out here? Oh, there's a thank you already done. So there's more of the nesting labels, and that one's already stamped. We'll need that for later. Now, let me scoot some things out of the way because I want to bring the Big Shot in to show you what my next step was, or is. All right, Mr. Big, come on in here. Can everybody see? So on the front of this card, you'll notice that I have used the nesting labels, but they don't have the point on them. They actually formed a little bit of a rectangle, and that is a really cool technique that you can use. So I went ahead and die cut it out, okay, with my nesting label. Now there's two ways to do this. What I did to start off, and this is following the NOLA stamper, was I just laid the same die back over top here. So I have that straight edge, and I just kind of laid it right where those little, where it starts to kind of bend a little bit. And I just ran it through and cut those tips off. And then I did the same on this side. That gives you a little bit of a rectangle. Now, that's a little bit fussy, which is okay. So one of the girls, and I don't remember which one it was, just laid it right here. And make sure it's straight. And this is a little bit of a time saver. Now, this is going to give you more of a square, which is no big deal for this card. So if you like the rectangle, just cut the tips off like I showed you. If you don't mind the square, there you go. Now you have any size square. Now we do have stitched stitched shape squares, but I don't know that we always have these exact sizes for matting. Now these two little pieces come off and they're perfect to go do something else with them also. But what happens is that gives you the stitch all the way around, which is very cool. So I did the same thing then with a pool party piece and the next bigger label, just laid it across there. So now they actually mount on top of each other and they have the stitching all the way around, and it's gorgeous and I love it, and yay. So I think it might have been Tracy. So Trace, if you're watching, I think that was you. Good on ya. Good for thinking. So let's go ahead and now we will stamp my birds. Stamp the birds again, and I just wanted the fat 3 on the end. And then you guys can color those in. I'm not going to waste time showing you how to do that. And let's see, what else? What else? So those guys will get mounted on. I'm not going to do that because I want to color them first. So any other, that's basically the technique, the trick here. This is going to get mounted on here. Oh, we got some DSP to put on. Go ahead and put that on a while. Oh, I got some ink on there. Boo. Boo. Well, needs to come down just a smidge because it's right on the fold. There we go. Another little strip of DSP here. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, one thing that you do want to remember is that you want to lay your string, so it's going to come around here, and I have it as a tie on the side, but you want that down, then this is going to go over top of it. Okay, so you want to make sure you have, before you put your birds on and put that panel on the front, you want to have your ribbon attached underneath there so that you can use that piece of cardstock to actually hold your ribbon on, if that's making sense. Okay, so then it'll just come back around here. I colored in the birds. I added some gorgeous Wink of Stella, so they're very cute and sparkly. Then I put my little thank you, and I've got a gorgeous little twist card that you can send to someone to tell them thank you, or I love you, or hello, or whatever you want to say to them. It's just beautiful. So thanks so much for joining me, you guys. Have a wonderful week. Leave me a comment. I'll go ahead and give this card away as well. Every week I'm going to try and do that. So yep, leave a comment on YouTube or Facebook, wherever you're seeing this. Have a great week, and I'll catch you next week for Movie Monday.